When doing a poll on YouTube, I discovered that a lot of people are still interested on how to invest or get started investing in cryptocurrencies. So I decided to use all the knowledge and all the experience I've gathered through the last 2 years I've been actively trading crypto and pretty much cramp them down into a set of videos that I can share with you guys so that for those of you who have been waiting on the sidelines, just waiting to come in, the crypto market just had a minor, you could call it minor or major market correction, but it was over 40%, where some of the cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum dropped over 40%. And again, this was at the time of recording this video. So, this could be a good chance for you to start investing into crypto because again, profits are made when you buy and not really when you sell. Now, before we start, please, a great way of helping this channel is by smashing that like button and subscribe, and also consider following me on Instagram. I'm trying to reach 1,000 followers there, so I'll leave the link to that in the description below. Also, for all of you who are interested in giveaways, I will be doing my first giveaway of $100 worth of Bitcoin for any person who comments and is currently subscribed. I'm going to be doing a set of series or videos, so anyone who comments and subscribes during these whole crypto series will be eligible of winning. And of course, I'll be revealing probably the winner on my last video or something like that, but I'll let you guys know. But for sure, be sure to comment and subscribe so that you're eligible for those $100 that I'll be picking a lucky winner. But anyways, let's go ahead and start. Now, I do want to say that this whole series will be split into a set of series and into a set of shorts. There's a lot of definitions out there that, if I go into a full video, it's going to be like 2 hours and probably not even that. So I do want to kind of break it down into more digestible pieces so that people don't get too bored, or the video doesn't just become too long. So expect at least 3 videos and many shorts, and I will be posting the video every Wednesday, so be sure to stick around for at least the next few Wednesdays, because we will be finishing and kind of following up on all the topics we'll be talking on our shorts and in this video. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit more of definitions and kind of like just how overall cryptocurrency works, because I feel that in order for you to understand or invest in it, you need to understand it, right? So you can't just invest in something that you don't really understand. And I still feel that, at least for me, when I was just getting started, that was one of the first things that I kind of didn't understand. Like, how does it work? What is a virtual coin? Does it really exist? Like, how does it all work and kind of just make sense? So again, the first question we're going to be addressing is, how does cryptocurrency work? Now, keep a note that this may not be the exact same way how it works, but I'm going to be making it easier for, you guys to understand. And then as you get along and you start investing, you could definitely start digging deeper into, other forums or other videos. But, at least you have an idea of how cryptocurrency works. So let's start by saying, how is a cryptocurrency created? So in order for you to create a cryptocurrency, it's actually fairly simple. So it is like creating a social media page. So to explain it better, in order for you to understand how cryptocurrency is made, I'm going to explain it how a social media page is made. Let's assume that for a moment here, you want to create a social media page. And so you have to decide whether you want to create it in Facebook, in Instagram, or on TikTok. And once you create that social media page, obviously people from Facebook won't be able to message you directly into your TikTok account, right? So in this case, it's a similar way. So whenever you want to create a cryptocurrency, you simply have to pick the platform or the coin that you want to build your token on top of. So in this case, most of the cryptocurrencies are either built on Ethereum or BNB, and then Solana is becoming more popular. So just look at these bigger coins as these social media platforms so that people could just go ahead and create coins. Also, keep in mind that a coin and a token is 2 different things. So a coin is something that can build tokens below itself, I guess. And then a token is something where I believe you can't, obviously, because it's built on top of a coin already. So let's, for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to tell you how a token is created, not really a coin, but again, just so you can understand how it works. So once a creator is creating the new token, you get a piece of code, you copy paste it, you upload it into this coin that you want to build your token under, and then you decide certain factors of the tokenomics of the specific token. So how many supply will there be? Will there be only 100 tokens, or will there be like hundreds of billions of tokens? This will determine how much each token will be worth. Sometimes people say, well, I hold millions and billions of this token. Well, it's because the supply chain in that specific token is very high. And then some tokens are very expensive, which means they just decided to shrink that supply, to a less amount. You can also, as a creator of the token, decide how many tokens there will ever exist. You can say like Dogecoin that, there's going to be an infinity amount of tokens as long as they're being mined, or, an infinity amount of supply. Or you could say that there's a finite amount of supply like Bitcoin. Once you've created successfully a crypto token, in this case, you are given a contract address, which is kind of like an ID, right? So whenever you create your Facebook or your social media page, you'll be giving a URL, right? Like, so people could go ahead and access it and you can share it. Similar way in this, a token is given a contact address or a contract address, which then you can give to people so that they can buy through the blockchain or through an exchange, a swap. So now when people buy the token that you just created or that, a creator created, it starts building a liquidity pool. So normally creators will buy their token, and let's say we just created a new token and we will go ahead and add $1,000, or we'll go ahead and put the contract address and buy $1,000 worth of this token. This $1,000 will be the foundation that will allow people to sell. If somebody buys some of the token, they can go ahead and sell because there's money inside already. It's liquid, Whenever there's no liquidity, you won't be able to sell it. And so when people start buying your token, it starts going in value, the liquidity starts going up. And so that's how pretty much it works. Obviously, when they sell it, price goes down and liquidity also decreases. Now, you really don't need to know any of this. You could always just go into a crypto exchange and then just buy your Bitcoin, put your credit card and just simply buy Bitcoin or Ethereum directly through your credit card. And it's extremely easy. You don't need any contract address or anything like that. But there are disadvantages and benefits that I'll be sharing with you guys just right now. The disadvantages of using crypto exchanges like crypto.com or Coinbase is that they don't really offer all the tokens out there. They only offer what has been already approved through their platform. So for example, just like Google doesn't display every website in the internet, it only displays a website that has been added. Just gotta sell, guys. Sorry. So, but anyways, Google doesn't really display all the websites in the world, right? It only displays websites that have been added or indexed into the Google platform. So just like that, if crypto.com hasn't added this brand new crypto token, that's the new next Bitcoin, then you're not going to be able to buy that token until they add it into the platform. Which again, most of the times, once they add them, they already had a big run. Now, you do have an advantage when using a crypto exchange because once they've been added into these platforms, it's less likely for it to be a scam. I'm not saying it's not possible. There's still a lot of scams through these other platforms, but it's just less likely because right now I can just go ahead and create a new token, advertise, put $10,000, $20,000 worth of advertisement, and then have $2-3 million worth of people buying into my token, and then just pull it out and then just run away. Another disadvantage of using a crypto exchange is that you are more prone to hacks. Believe it or not, whether you have your own independent wallet, which we will talk in just a moment, a wallet is just where you keep your tokens. The crypto exchange has a wallet for you, but they technically hold your true cryptocurrency. They hold it and then they just build a nice portal where they say, this is your balance, right? And this is your wallet address and all that stuff. But you do run into more risk of being hacked with a bigger exchange, just like crypto.com just experienced one of its first major hacks where over $30 million were stolen. And so I just feel for hackers, it's a lot more attractive to try to hack a big company like crypto.com and then steal money from thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of users than just one specific wallet, because it's just, unless you're super wealthy. Well, now that you understand how a cryptocurrency is created and how kind of to buy it through an exchange, which I'll talk about how to buy it through a wallet later in a later video, I want to talk also about what happens when you buy and sell a cryptocurrency. So when you buy and sell a cryptocurrency, it's recorded in this ledger that anybody has access to. And in order for you to buy something or sell something, there has to be a validator or a miner, pretty much just confirming the order details. So let's say that in this case, you want to go to Starbucks and buy something. Well, Starbucks is, in this case, the token. You would be the person trying to buy the token. And then the person, the barista in this case, preparing your coffee or taking your card to pay your coffee would be the miner or the validator. At least this is how I see it. Now, what's the difference between a miner and a validator? Well, the thing is that there's two ways of validating, or there might be more ways, but the most common ways is two ways of validating these transactions. So whenever you buy a cryptocurrency, like in Bitcoin, you use proof of work, which means a miner or a group of miners have to solve this hard equation. And again, it's not really, it gets more complicated than that, but let's just see it as a hard equation that they all use their computer power to solve that equation. And then once it's solved, they will be rewarded. You know, their wage will be rewarded through a cryptocurrency just for validating that transaction correctly. And again, I think that's how it works. So it might not be very off, but it might not be exactly 100% correct. Just a disclaimer, I want to be transparent here. And then there's another type of validating, which would be through validators, which it's a group of people who have put their own money in stake just to be accepted or admitted into this validator group to have that validator badge. But once they receive a transaction, it's only assigned to one validator rather than a group of validators. They just confirm the order details and validate and then post it on the ledger. Now, again, you might be asking yourself, well, why would people want to be miners or validators? And it's because of the rewards, right? You get paid. So in other words, you're not doing any physical labor. I don't think that someone's actually going on a computer validating all these things. It's more a piece of code that you just buy a computer, you set it running, and the computer is the one working for you. So it could be seen as a good way to earn passive income. However, you need graphics card, which now we've seen a lot of people buying them and now they're really expensive. And then for validators, for example, to become a validator in Ethereum, which is one of the best, or one of my favorite cryptocurrencies, you need something like $20,000 or $30,000, which it's kind of a lot of money to just have there. But again, as a validator, you're paid an interest of whatever you stake. In this case, that's what's called staking. When someone says, I'm staking money or cryptocurrency, it could be to become a validator in a specific cryptocurrency. Now, I do want to point out that more and more newer tokens are using proof of stake, which is again the validator method, because when you mine, or the proof of work, which is one Bitcoin uses, it just takes too much power, too much computer power, and then eventually it could become a dirty cryptocurrency, which means it just pollutes the environment way too much than it really benefits. And so by validating transactions, instead of giving it to 1,000 people to just confirm one transaction, you're more organized than just saying this one person is going to do it, and requires less mathematical power and all that stuff. So I think that's why a lot of more tokens are moving to proof of stake, which is just more cleaner, more faster, more efficient. So finally, guys, in summary, a cryptocurrency is just a digital asset. It's just a piece of code that you're given when you buy it, and there's no tangible, I guess, property that you really own, but you do own this unique ID that has or holds value. And again, that's why people decide to buy it. It's like if I were to tell you, look, this piece of paper is worth nothing, but if I give it to you and tell you I'll give you $1 back, like give me $1, I'll give you this, and then if you give me back to me, I'll give you back your $1. Well, now it has value because this is worth $1. If I give it to you and you lose it, well, now you lost $1 because I told you that I was going to be willing to pay you $1. And so it's no different with cryptocurrencies. You really buy them because of the fact either to hold them because they're going to appreciate in value, or because you truly believe the purpose of what they're built. And again, I'll talk more about why cryptocurrencies are created, or more the purpose of why cryptocurrencies are created in the next video. But I think that's gonna click some more stuff, things in your mind that might understand or let you understand why people are so invested in some cryptocurrency projects. Also, keep in mind that the main objective of why cryptocurrencies were created was ideally to have an uncentralized finance world, I guess you could call it, right? Somewhere where the governments and banks couldn't, or any organization really could control your money. If I want to send money over to China or to Mexico, well, I need to go through a whole bunch of barriers with either a bank and do all these things, right? It might take 3 to 4 days. And so with cryptocurrencies, you kind of eliminate that because it's not the countries that's managing this. It's not banks. You just put the contract address, and no matter where you are in the world, you can transfer money pretty much instantaneously. And you do have to pay, the miner fees or the validator fees. However, those are normally not that bad for some tokens. Now, on the next video, guys, I will be talking on how to start buying a cryptocurrency. So be sure to check that video out. Again, it's going to be releasing next Wednesday, and I'll be talking exactly step by step how to buy, multiple ways of buying cryptocurrency. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, kind of like just a summary and overview of what and how cryptocurrency works in my eyes. Again, I know that some of you guys are much more intelligent and smart than me, and if that's the case, probably you shouldn't be watching this video, because why are you watching a beginner's video on cryptocurrency? You should be watching something more advanced. But if you are here, feel free to correct me in the comment section below, so I can just learn as well myself. But again, I'm trying to just help people understand more the concept of how cryptocurrency works. And just because, again, I noticed that in the poll, there was still some attention. People still have a desire to learn. And so I think that it's a great way for me to just learn more and teach if I can. So again, guys, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more future videos. Don't forget that I'll be giving $100 worth of Bitcoin towards the end of the last video. I'll be, just saying one person I'll send them $100 worth of Bitcoin through their contract address. So there will be some learning curves right there. But yeah, feel free to also follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.